Hey everybody, it's Mike Nelson with WholesalingHouses101.com. Coming to you guys with another interview. I have somebody special today. I want to make sure that you guys know how to estimate repairs on your wholesale deals. And today I have a special guest, a local investor here in Richmond, Virginia, by the name of Julie Carvelis.
Correct.
I got it correct?
Yeah,
all right, good. And I'm going to let Julie tell you guys a little bit about her, about herself and her investing career, and then also what we're going to do is we're going to walk around a new property that she's getting ready to close on next week, and she's going to go through and tell us what she looks at to estimate repair costs before she purchases a property. So Julie, if you could just give us a brief introduction, and we'll go from there.
All right, I'm Julie Carvelis, and I'm a local investor as well as a real estate agent here in Richmond, Virginia. I've been investing for the past 6 years, the past 3 years heavily. Did about 25 homes last year and expect to do about 30 to 40 this year. It's stressful, but I certainly love it, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and we're going to hop on into it. And right now we're in the living room of this property, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Julie walk around, and she's going to guide us through and just tell us what she's looking at. So.
It's in a great neighborhood. It's in the west end of Henrico County, so that's a very sought out area. It's area 22. Came to this house. This was a Medicaid house. The person needed to sell it because he's in assisted living. Walked in, and actually I bought this house without even coming into the house. Wow. So when I first came into the house, it was a little surprising, but I think it's well worth it. He had pictures all over this walls of portraits and oil paintings. I was hoping he'd leave them because some of them look like they were worth some money. As you can see from the draperies hanging, that this house hasn't been cared for at all. I suspect he lived like a hoarder. For some odd reason, this house has vinyl flooring, but he's decided to put tile over it. And as you can see here, he's also put roofing tar. I feel pretty confident that my guys are going to be able to pull up all this tile, and we're going to be able to refinish the hardwood floors so they look like new. So,
Julie, how much would something like that cost when you're coming in, you're looking? How much would something like that, taking up these floors, cost?
Well, we're going to spend probably $700 to demo the whole house, which would include pulling up these floors, the tile, and then it's anywhere retail. Well, you could get a deal of about $2 a square to refinish the hardwood floors, but it's money well invested to do that.
So how large is this property?
This house is about 1,200 square feet.
So 1,200 square feet times per square feet?
You're looking at $2,000 to $2,400.
Okay, all right.
To refinish the hardwood floors.
Okay.
Then as we come into the dining room, it's the same thing. It looks like they've gotten scraps of vinyl and put on this floor, and then secured it with roofing tile, but the same thing. We're going to pull all of this up. Then as we come into the kitchen, we want to open it up, so we're going to knock out this wall and put a bar with pendant lights. It's probably going to cost about $800 to $1,200 to do that. Okay. Then as we come into the kitchen's really going to be opened up, and I try to save kitchen cabinets as much as possible. It usually costs anywhere between $400 to $700 to paint the cabinets, and then another $100 to put hardware on. Unfortunately, I don't think we can salvage the cabinets here. We're going to be putting in new cabinets. New counters with installation runs about $2,500. Okay. And the appliances are going to run about $2,000. We usually get the stainless steel because that's the biggest seller. House is going to have all new windows as well. Windows, you can average $250 a window, but that's with installation. So how many windows do we have in this property? Oh, I'm going to estimate about 10, which would be about $2,500 for windows. Okay. Keep in mind when you're doing this, you don't want a ton of workers. You want to narrow it down as few workers as possible because you get a better deal that way. Okay. If you have one person coming in doing windows, one to paint, one to do floors, it starts to the pricing adds up. Whereas if you get someone in and say, I need windows, I need floors, I need paint, and give you one price to do the whole thing, it's usually a little bit cheaper. All right. This house is also, it's got oil heat. We're going to have to put a heat pump in, and it has to have duct work, and that's going to cost about $4,100 to put the heat pump in with the duct work.
If it needs a new HVAC, that means that you're going to be around $4,000.
Yeah, around $4,000. Now, if it already has duct work and you just need to replace the outside unit, it costs about $2,000. Okay. To $2,300 to do that. So that's something to look into. Yes, yeah. As we come down the hallway, we have the bathroom, and unfortunately it's just one bathroom, but my guy is swearing up and down that he can make this into 2 bathrooms for me. You really need to, wherever you can, make 2 bathrooms. Not sure of the estimate on that. I know what we pay for vanities and toilets, but probably would budget about $2,000 to do that, to do all the work for the bathroom. So the bathroom, you got another $2,000. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then each of these bedrooms, the floors would of course be refinished. Painting is going to cost, to paint the whole house, probably roughly $1,500 to $2,000. It's going to need kills to get rid of all the stains. We also, in a house like this, in this upper end price range, or over 150. It depends on, if a house is under 150, we do different things, and when it's over 150, even though these doors are somewhat okay, we're going to replace the doors and put the 6-panel doors in. So how much would you estimate for that? Oh, probably, it's going to probably cost about $700 to $800 to replace all the doors. Okay. So is that everything for the inside that you... Just about, and then we also will have to do all the light fixtures. Okay. That usually runs about $400 on average per house. And we do usually just get builder grade. All right, as you can see, we are on a handicapped ramp, and that would be probably in my cost of demoing the $700 to demo the house. We'd get a dumpster to put in the driveway. The dumpster costs about $300 to $350 to rent for one load. They'll pick it up, and then if they bring it back and have to take it out again, it's another $300, $350. As you can see here, not sure about the roof. I'm hoping that we can save the roof. A roof is going to cost you anywhere between $2,000 and $4,000. It really depends. If I can see the roof, I like to do the dimensional shingles. If I can't see the roof from the road, I don't bother with paying the extra expense. Here we're going to have to put vinyl siding on. That's probably going to cost $400 or $500 to replace that. And as you can see, I hope the video shows, they've painted the brick red. And I thought they did it just on the front. They did the whole house. Yeah. So we're going to have to replace all of that, or paint that, and I'm going to paint that cream colored. The driveway also has many issues here. It's probably going to cost us about $2,000 to scrape it up and start over again. But as you can see, it's a very nice neighborhood, and I expect to probably sell this one in around 159 to 165 range. So how much do you plan on putting total into this property as far as the rehab? You know, we just looked at all of the bathroom, kitchen, everything. Probably around 30, 32. Okay. All right. So we're looking at roughly like a $20,000, $25,000 profit margin. All right, everybody. Well, Julie, she gave us a great walkthrough of the property. And hopefully you guys was able to take some tips on how to estimate repair costs. You know, she told us how she looks at the square footage. If it needs a new floor, she looks at how much it costs per square foot to replace the floors. And then she takes the square footage, multiplies it by that number, and she comes up with an estimate of how much she can expect to add floors. And she gave us some great tips, and I just want to thank you, Julie. Is there anything that you want to include? Well, I would welcome you to come back in approximately 4 to 5 weeks and see the finished product. Well, guys, there you have it. I'll definitely come back. I'll give you guys an update as Julie goes along to complete this property, and I'll get to show you guys the finished product.
Everybody, wholesalinghouses101.com. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Visit my webpage, subscribe to my newsletter. You guys will be able to get up-to-date info on when I'm releasing products. I also have a four-week free wholesaling course, so make sure you guys check that out. Mike Nelson, wholesalinghouses101.com.